Number one pattern that I see people stuck in all the time, definitely in my private practice, and it's ironic because it's the reason they're coming to me, is they have pain and they think that that pain they have is the problem. So, for example, someone might walk into my office with low back pain and be extremely surprised to find out I'm not even going to touch their low back to help them eliminate that pain. So we're kind of addicted these days to thinking that whatever pain we're experiencing is a problem that needs to be, dealt with immediately and taken out of the body, for example, like something, like we have surgeries, or we get cortisone shots, or, we always go to what's hurting thinking that that's going to solve our problem, but the pain isn't the problem. Thinking the pain is the problem is the problem. And that is a huge human pattern that I see permeating so much of our lives, whether it's emotional or physical pain or trauma. My philosophy for addressing pain and looking at it in terms of the pain isn't the problem, something else is, really came from my own personal experience with trauma and knee pain. And a lot of people know that story of, I couldn't run for 8 years or hike for 6 due to knee pain. But throughout that entire time, I actually wasn't trying to, fix my knee pain. I just would stop running or stop hiking and then try again. But then I was so afraid it would hurt. I think that what taught me about pain and pain not being a problem, in fact, pain being a wake-up call, definitely is my knee pain, but more so the trauma that I experienced as a teenager that I wasn't looking at, because what kind of happened with me is I always put the cart before the horse. I always tend to think I'm further along than I actually am, and I entered adulthood feeling completely broken and trapped inside a body and mind I didn't know how to get out of. And I just thought, well, I should just be able to be different. I should just be okay. But the pain I was feeling kept getting my attention, in all kinds of ways. And it wasn't until I learned to actually go, okay, I better turn and face this pain and feel it and actually stop trying to just think I should be somewhere I'm not, or think I should be further along than I am. And that was the start of my healing journey, and what led me to fixing my knees and then helping other people heal their physical pain and sometimes the emotional and psychological patterns that accompany it. When I initially began this healing journey that I talk about, which really started, it probably started really early on. If I'm being honest with you, I'm being honest with myself. Something instinctive or intuitive in me was always seeking the answer. I was a 17-year-old reading about, eating for health and helping the environment, and I wanted to save the world. And then I was reading about Buddhism, and I was reading about Native American wisdom, and trying to find answers to the meaning of life. Why are we here? So those nuggets of wisdom, those things that I did early on, I believe served me later when I intentionally turned towards all the pain that I had not been willing to feel or look at. And this is the thing about the pain isn't the problem, but it's also, the pain is the solution in a lot of ways. So it's like, I wanted to just not have the pain for so many years, so I wasn't feeling it. And then at 24, I started turning towards it. I went to therapy. I found Tony Robbins. I listened to his course, Personal Power 2, on audio tape in my car every single day for 2 years. And the biggest hurdle, for sure, for probably me and a lot of other people, I'm a control freak, and I feel like once I decide I'm going to take control and do something about it, I want an immediate result. I I want to feel different now, you know, like if I'm willing to give my all, I want that result now. So it was definitely cultivating passion, passion, yes, but patience for the process of healing, because you can't heal trauma like I had in a day. I mean, maybe you can, but show me one person who's healed their entire life's trauma really thoroughly in a day. I doubt we could find somebody. So it's committing for life. It's making a lifelong commitment. It's getting out of your own way and realizing that you have been part of the problem and you can now be part of the solution, and it's going to be a process. If you are stuck in a rut and you want to make changes, you feel like you're stuck in a pattern that just keeps repeating and repeating and repeating itself, and you want to commit, but you're not all in yet, I guess two things come to mind. One, you have to be willing to admit that it's you and a culmination of decisions, feelings, patterns, etc., experiences, values, your commitments, that is determining whether or not you commit. So, and just be willing to see that truthfully and objectively, and have compassion for yourself. And at the same time, so this is where it's patience and then grabbing progress by the horns and running with it when you get it. So be patient with yourself, have compassion for yourself, but don't allow yourself to convince yourself that it's okay to stay stuck just because you're compassionate for yourself, right? If you really want to change your body, your life, anything, like, you deserve to give that to yourself. Like, and oftentimes what's in the way is just those neural patterns and those or pathways that get ingrained in our body from our mind a lot of the time. So do something massively different. And I think the reason I have been so successful with my private practice and what I do is because I'm stepping on people. This work called kinetics. We're stepping on people, we're interrupting nervous system patterns, but it's incredibly intense, and it interrupts those nervous system patterns and it bypasses our conscious brain. So this is what I wish someone had told me when I was younger, or that I wish I had access to this knowledge when I was younger, and this is why I'm so passionate about getting this work out there, is it's so much faster and more effective to access all of this and create changes via the body than trying to think our way out of it, journal our way out of it, go to therapy to get out of it, or anything like that relies on the part of our brain that created the problem in the first place. The body, however, is objective. It's unbiased. It can be an unbiased mirror for how you're moving through life right now, and it can also be an unbiased tool you can use to rewire your brain. So not that there's anything wrong with therapy or journaling. I journal, I go to therapy. I think these tools are important, but if you want to expedite the process, if you're feeling stuck, go to your body. Do it through your body.